Hit the skids here a little bit. Thought this was interesting. I didn't see the full breakdown, but I saw the point by point. We have some local guys. Those of us that are kind of diehard Skins fans that follow all the local beat guys, you follow all the analytics guys. So if I say the name Mark Bullock to you or Nick Akridge, you know who that is.
Sure.
Some of them are former PFF guys. Some of them might still be with PFF, whatever. So they did their version with George Carmy. We've had George, or I've been on George's show. I'm not sure if he's been on ours. He may have been on ours once or twice. And they went through some Jaden tape also kind of in answer to the Kurt Warner breakdown that it went through yesterday.
A lot of people lost their minds over the Kurt Warner criticism of Jaden's play.
And I thought we handled it very well, and I didn't see anything in that Kurt Warner criticism that was particularly catastrophic.
Outlandish or
like he didn't say he sucks, he's going to be awful. He just said, hey, this is what he's struggling with right now, maybe.
Yeah.
They saw a lot of the same things, but what I thought was interesting, again, I didn't see the whole thing, I just saw some of the bullet points afterwards, is they pointed out that just to calm people, that in the San Diego game, it was either Mark or whatever, there's still San Diego to me for whatever reason.
I know.
The Bullock and Akridge, one of them thought that was Jaden's best game of his career, the game against the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd have to go through and remind me, I'm not even sure, did he have Terry in that game? I can't even remember. But that in that game, he made all the anticipatory throws. He was reading the field well, did all the things that, he was running only when he had to. And it just showed you that it's in him, but that it's not an excuse, it's just a fact. But when you don't get as much reps, when you don't get as much practice, when you're missing games, when you don't get as much reps with your guys, your team's kind of falling apart around you, then, it makes sense you might hesitate on a throw. It might make sense that you run a little too soon or too late.
There's 5 billion reasons. He did not have Terry in that game. That's the game Debo had 8 catches for 96 yards and a score.
Yeah. And what did he rush for that game? Did he minimally rush?
Jaden rushed for 39 yards.
Right. Remember, it was a Bill game.
That was the Bill game, yeah.
By the way,
14 carries for $111.
They need more Debo games like that game if they want to compete.
Well, that
with
was before
Lions
that was before the heel, probably.
Probably, yeah.
The Charger game was the one where they felt like it was literally the best game of his career.
Well, they dominated a good team. And even though they were down 10-0 after the first, remember, because they had the turnovers, but they dominated them from the second quarter on.
So that should calm people to think that, it was, he just doesn't have it in him or whatever. No, he's got it in him. He's fine. It's just been a rough go this year on the whole. What were you going to say?
Jaden needs to come back and play this year because the offseason discourse is going to be unbearable. Because for Commanders fans,
well. He needs to come back and play well.
Because his last
back, it doesn't play very well.
Because it's fresh in people's minds that he didn't play well, and that's going to be your lasting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should overstate
your most recent lasting image.
I hear you, but I don't think you should overstate it. I don't think he played he's just not at that level. It's just been a drop off from last year.
He was a B instead of an A. Instead of an A, he was a B.
I thought he played like butt against Seattle.
That's one particular game, but
I know, but I'm saying that's the most recent memory.
Yeah, people forget that after an off season. I think you just look at it
on the whole. I'd say it's been off, but I don't think he.
If the doctors clear him, unless it's the very last game of the year, but there's 3 or 4 games left, he's got to play. He can't go.
He's gonna play.
He can't go week 10 and not play until the following year.
So DQ, I think, is going to update today. That was part of the deal. At his presser yesterday, said after his presser yesterday, they were going to sit down with another medical meeting. They're going to go through all the second opinions. And I'm telling you, and Kevin Sheehan, I think I even saw one of these over zoomed in reels of Kevin Sheehan because they're over zooming in on all of us. Yeah, it was just like making us a 5 look like a 2. Where Kevin Sheehan talked about it, what he's hearing is that it's like a 3 to 4 week. He's guessing, but kind of if he's putting little pieces of information together, that it's not season ending. It's actually
a month.
Quite miraculous that it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if that's his instinct. That's what he's hearing. That's my instinct from no breaks.
So we'll find out more today.
We should find out more today. Yeah. I don't think there's. I don't think there's any chance he comes back before the bye.
No.
After that, I think
before the bye, impossible.
All bets are off. It could come back at any point. We'll see.
Yeah.
See what they say.
Would you agree you don't want that to be your lasting image for the rest of the season, though?
Oh, I definitely want him to play more. So maybe to that extent. Yeah, I'm not. I actually thought prior to him getting hurt that he was doing a good job, actually. So I didn't think that was his worst game.
But they're not going to rush him back. Like, they're not going to expedite him back. Like, if they feel like
he's got to feel good.
If he needs the entire rest of the season off, they're going to give him the rest of the season.
If the doctors say, he needs it.
But
if that's what they think, right.
I'm telling you, he might have got off with a miracle where it's just dislocated and they popped it back in.
Could be. He could be back after the Madrid trip.
I don't think people will reflect back on the season and remember that particular game's details. They'll just remember a season that is injury-riddled.
They'll remember the arm. They'll remember the arm.
They'll remember a game, a guy that was injured several times.
Because it was gross.
Yes. Yeah.
It was gross to look at.
Like, that'll be
uncomfortable.
Kind of the context if he doesn't come back to play. And even if it comes back to play, it's going to be like this guy was missing games throughout the year.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Totally. Even if he comes back, let's say he comes back and plays the last 5 and he plays a total of, 10 games
11.
or so.
Yeah, it'd be like 11.
It's still, you need him more than 10 games. So you hope that that's an outlier, that it's not the norm.
And he did play all 17 last year.
Yeah.
Despite the rib injury. Now, he came out very early in the Carolina game, and then he only played a half against Dallas. But you got to give him credit for playing 17 last year.
He started all 17. He didn't play all 17. He started all 17.
I don't even consider
he played in them.
Okay.
You don't consider it playing?
I don't count the Carolina game because he was in that game for less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He started that game. He didn't play that game in its entirety.
That's fine. It's semantics. He started it. I kind of, whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I do need to see him play more, not because of that particular game, because I think I disagree with Valdez. Maybe I'm just forgetting. That wasn't his worst game to me. So, but I think the year has been just a downer for me. So I need to see him play more just based on the year. But the game that infuriated me was the turnover game with the Bears.
The scary part about him, if he comes back after the Madrid trip and the bye, that would be a home game against the Broncos with a pretty fearsome defense.
So maybe they wait a week after that.
Then they would have to go to the Vikings, who have a pretty tough defense as well.
Yeah. Well, I think they're not going to hold him out forever because of that. They might hold him out 1 week.
Maybe they just bring him back for the division games. The games that start in mid-December.
So
and then
4
go to
games
the end.
left, right?
At the Giants, home to the Eagles, Cowboys, at the Eagles to close out.
Right.
I don't know.
It's a possibility.
Just obviously, we'll go through the injury list. Terry, still questionable. Quan with a hamstring, questionable. Jaden out still till further notice. Johnny Newton, he's questionable with his ankle. And then you start to get to Luke McCaffrey out. Obviously, you don't even need to mention him anymore. Tyler Owens, he's questionable. Colson Yankoff, questionable. I saw a video of Austin Eckler. Looks like he's making progress, but he's obviously out.
He's out for the year.
Trying to see if there's anybody else week to week. Eddie Goldman's questionable. Dude, this injury list is outrageous when you have all the guys that are like out for the year.
Scary thing to me is that the Lions are coming in one off a loss, and Gibbs is coming in. I think he had 12 touches in the last game.
They're going to want him to get
pretty
off.
Ineffective. I think his touches are going to close to double in this game against the Commanders.
So it looks like the current line is somewhere about 8.5, 8, something like that.
I saw 9 this morning.
If you go to the usatoday.com, of course, all of their writers that I see are picking Detroit. It's not a 1 o'clock kick though, correct?
It's 4:25.
We have another 4:25er.
It's fine.
Next 1 p.m. kick is against the Vikings, December 7th.
Right. Do we know what network this one's on?
I would assume it's a Fox game, but
okay.
Yeah, it's on Fox.
It's on Fox.
Yep.
Okay. Let's bang out a couple of these real quick. Let's go to Jeff in Woodbridge. Jeff, what's up, buddy?
Good morning, guys. It's nice to finally talk to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's game. I'm hoping that we close it out. So to go along with that, my question to you guys is, you kind of answered already, but I want to see if I can get a little more take on it from you. Do you throw him out there against Denver's defense, who's gotten after the quarterback more than anybody else in the league this season, or would it be more prudent to hold him back the extra week?
Yeah, I'd be reluctant to play him against Denver. I mean,
they may hold him out
unless he's 100%. And then you shouldn't live in fear of your opponents. But I mean, do you want him getting sacked 4 or 5 times against a Denver defense? That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It might be a tough one to come back from. I agree with Cakes, though. You don't want to make those kinds of decisions. You want to make it based on his health.
Yeah.
But the reality is they might hold him back a week.
If you want to get him to play, don't cherry pick the opponent. You get him to play.
Right.
Because ultimately he's going to have to play
any team,
against all the top teams.
Any team can hurt you.
They're all going to try to kill him.
Right. Any team, even if they're a bad defensive team, they can still tackle you and hurt you.
That's my instinct, but the reality kicks in, and there might be some truth to what Cakes is saying, though.
Well, we'll see.
All right, don't forget, coming up at 7:20, Brian Baldy will join us. We'll talk Commanders, go around the NFL with him. That's coming up next on The Fan.